Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Monday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today I have with me the energy of my guardian angel, John. And he came to remind me, and you, of course, that evil is collapsing. It's literally collapsing. And he's wanting to let you know why it's collapsing. A lot of people are asking how and why is it possible that evil is collapsing? And he said quite point blank, he said, William, evil is ludicrous. It is contradictory. It is selfish. It is greedy. It is nonsensical. It makes no sense. And I said, give me an example. He said, one example is to tell you that the very thing that gives you life on this earth, that lets your body thrive, that lets your plants live, that the birds and the animals thrive as well. Your sun, the most sacred being in your skies that gives you life for the flesh in this world. And you're told that that which gives you life is bad and wrong. Evil is very, very insane. It's ludicrous. It is ridiculous. It makes no sense. It tells you that that which is false is true, and that which is true is false. It is very easy to recognize it. It is not of goodness or love or compassion. It is of greed. It is thirsty for power. It does harm to life for its own sake. But I want to assure you that it is collapsing and that you are all participating in it one way or another. Even if you are participating in evil, you are participating in its collapse. If you are participating in good, you are participating in evil's collapse. But it is much better to know that you are doing good than doing evil. You have a choice in this regard. You all have a choice. And even those that are doing evil are bringing about its downfall because it has become such a caricature of life, a distortion of truth, a demon of disease and death. It is very easy to recognize evil. Where there is evil, there is ignorance, there is unnecessary death and destruction. That is how you know there is evil present. It does not make sense. For when something makes sense, you feel good. When something does not make sense, it does not feel so good. When you're in alignment with the truth, which is good, you will recognize evil. But you can see in the faces and hear it in the voices of those that are evil. They scream and they yell, they threaten, they attack as they sustain and maintain their perverse ways. It's very easy. It's not that difficult. But it is in retreat at last. Hopefully you will still remain vigilant, though, as you see the tides change from evil to good, that you will not let your guard down again. That you will not let your guard down again. When I came to this one this morning, it was because he needed to understand that all is well, but one must be conscious of what you will choose to be or do. He was talking to me about the time he came to me on the bridge when I had that moment where I was, ready to jump off the bridge. And he said, Stop. Don't jump. And he said those words to me. He also said to me lately, William, it was evil that was in your mind that made you think that you were worthless, that you were meaningless, that is evil. Evil diminishes and debases life, does not lift it up. You can see the gluttony, the greed. And there's a difference. One can be very wealthy and be of God, and one can be very wealthy and be of evil. And you'll know by what they do and what fruit they bear forth. You've seen your last 100 years, have you let your guard down? You've turned your backs on the divine within you. Many of you have turned your backs on the divine, on God, on love, on kindness, on compassion. And there are those in power that are tremendously evil, and there are those in power that are tremendously good. And you must learn to distinguish between the two of them so that you don't suffer anymore, that you can choose rightly. A standard of good is that it sustains and supports and nurtures life. This is the most obvious sign of whether you are dealing with evil or good. Good sustains and supports the goodness of life, and evil diminishes it, harms it, is detrimental to it. This is very easy. And so you have it that these two seemingly opposite aspects of life, good and evil, are being revealed, are being brought to light. Literally, if you look up at your sun, you will see how bright your sun is getting. And the energy from that brings out the best, and it brings out the worst. Whether you are aware or not, the energy from the sun will make that which is in you good, exceedingly good, and that which in you which is not so good, exceedingly not so good. The sun is the giver of life, as you understand it in the realm of human form and animal form, in the form of fishes and trees. And if anyone would tell you that that which is giving life to you is evil or bad, well, it should be fairly obvious that the thing that gives this earth the sustenance to propagate life on this structure, and they would call that evil. They that would say that themselves are evil. That the air you breathe is somehow bad for you. Those that would tell you that that which is good is evil, they will be obvious to you. Those that tell you you must be afraid and terrified are not supporting or sustaining the function of good. They are propagating evil. Do not trust your neighbor. Watch them. They will propagate fear. And yet you must be vigilant, because there are those that are evil that will do you harm, that will take advantage of you, that will steal from you in the night or in broad daylight, as they do. This is going on in great numbers throughout the world, people being taken advantage of by evil and being told that it is good. It is good that you should suffer. They tell you this. And I wanted it to be known that you must understand that you may become conscious that you are serving good or you are serving evil. And you can know this. And you'll know by how your life is. For if you are serving good, your life will be good. You cannot get an apple tree from an orange seed. In other words, if you do and are being good then the fruits of goodness will become your harvest. If you are doing that which is evil, then that which you will reap will be evil, suffering, pain. The word sin can be implied to the concept of evil. The word sin can be implied to the concept of evil. And the word divine can be applied to the word good. It makes it very simple if you understand that there is just good and there is evil. If you're unable to make that distinction, then at the very least you can be open to listening, looking for good. There are a great number of angels upon this world that you may connect with, such as I connected with this one. The story you have seen many years ago where they say there is an angel on one shoulder and there is a devil on the other is actually very true. And that at any moment, what you listen to will either be of good or evil. What you speak will either be of good or evil. What you say and what you do will either be of good or evil. And you are able to make that distinction if you are aware. Goodness is of soft and compassionate and understanding truth, actions, speech. Evil, not so much. Evil will stoke your fear, it will stoke your anger, it will stoke your rage. It will pit you one against the other. Whereas good will say, love one another. Let's work together. Evil will do no such thing. Evil will say, look, they have what we want. Let's go get it. It is very simple. There are many of us in this world with you right now. Guardian angels, divine entities that you can align yourself to. You can learn to commune, connect with, delight in the presence of the divine. It is with you even in your darkestness, even if you choose to ignore what is being said and you choose to do evil, you will always have the opportunity for redemption while you exist to make that choice. You exist to make the choice between good and evil and watch what you live in this world. While you exist, you can make that choice. When the body ceases to function, that choice is already made. While you live, you may choose. What shall you be, good or evil? As simple as a subject as this may be to you, there are still many millions upon millions of you unknowingly manipulated into choosing evil over good or believing that what is true is false. That you accept without question the ideas and the information you hear. And we say to you, question everything as to its truth. And if you know the truth will set you free to know the difference between that which is good and evil. The truth will always set you free. And if you are suffering perpetually, then you are not living in the truth. You will know if you're not living in the truth because you will be suffering. That is the simplest and easiest way I can say to you how to know if you are living in truth or you're living in a lie, whether you're living from good or living from evil. Evil will cause you suffering. Good will not do such things. Love will not do such things. Evil will. Evil Evil is all around you, but so is goodness. Evil is within you, and so is goodness. The devil and the angel are with you at all times, and you may choose one or the other, but you cannot serve them both. You cannot be good and then evil, good and then evil. You can make mistakes and correct them, but you cannot serve both simultaneously. And the measure of your days will be by those choices. Did you serve good or evil? Which way will the scale of justice tip for you? And which way will you tip it? To what shall you add your attention and your affection, to good or evil? It was made to be simple because it is simple. But even those that are doing evil will ultimately serve the good. For even those that suffer are seeking relief from their suffering. And in your desire to seek relief from your suffering, you will unwittingly bring that about, that goodness shall triumph over evil. It is what is happening right now. And the energy upon this world is extremely electrically charged, if I can use that term. The energy in your world is electrically charged. This energy waiting for you to take it into your heart, to bring the fruits of goodness into your heart, to be the bearer of good and truth and wisdom and knowledge. Or you may choose the other, but inevitably there will be but one outcome. And even the darkest of souls know there can only be one outcome. By the measure of energy here in this world, you can know that there is something going on quite remarkable for you. That you have a choice, even here, now. Even the smallest choice that says, I will surrender my rage, I will give up my anger, I will stop my attacks, I will do good. Even the willingness to begin to do that can save your life. And I mean that in the broadest sense of that word. Save your life. That you can know love in your heart, that you can know him. You can know life. You can know God. Not the God of man, but the God that lives in the chambers of your heart. It is within you. He sits to one side, and you may choose. You may always choose. And that was an interesting process for me to hear all that this morning, that we're at this point. You're going to notice, by the way, there's going to be a lot more excitement going on with the sun, because what they're telling me is there's this huge push to get as many people shifted in the right direction as possible, from the foundations of fear to the expressions of love. The bodies that we have are only temporary. We all know that. These bodies are temporary. Compared to who you are, your bodies are but as such a blink of an eye. And I hope that you start your journey now towards love and away from fear. Mm-hmm. Well, sweetheart, can you pass those over off the kitchen counter there for me? Appreciate that. Thank you, beautiful. We are going forward. So many of us were watching the change happen. Even those that are so angry and upset, they've been manipulated by the devil for the last 150 years, are going to be freed. Even those who have fought for suffering and fought for evil shall be freed. because love is not restricted to just the right people. It's for everybody. It's going to happen. She says, hi, Norm. Hi, Drusilla. Hi, Jasmine. Is hydrogen and water good for me? Absolutely. Extra oxygen is very good for your body right now. It's good for your brain right now. So yeah, we'll take a few questions and answers before we get into this. To my beautiful patrons, our March the 21st patrons only live event is probably going to be moved to a few days later. Instead of the 21st, it's going to probably happen on the 26th. I will attempt to see if it's possible to do it while I'm on the road. If that's possible, I will send out the notification to that effect, and you will be getting in the next couple of days the outline for what the 21st Patreons only live event will be. Also, to my YouTube subscribers, I want to say thank you. We hit the 3,000 mark yesterday of subscribers, and it went down to 2,999 this morning, but we hit that 3,000 mark. So thank you, YouTube subscribers, for your support. It every time we go up, it puts this information in the hands of more and more people. Hi, thank you for joining the live. Thank you for liking it. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, question. My intuition tells me I have a fatty liver. Is this true? Your intuition is correct. And it'll be fairly easy for you to correct because you've already known the problem. You've been making corrections since you've known. Keep on the path of that. You want to really correct that sooner rather than later. Yeah. Hey, Jasmine, good to see you. Hi, Polly. William, last week I spoke to you about the terrible choking cough I had. You helped clear it, and I did as you guided me, and wow, amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you to the divine in yourself. I'm not sure who gave you that information, but I'm really happy for you, Polly. It happens a lot. Even in the classes, people go through tremendous transformations and changes. So I'm happy that helped you. Can't post comments to some destinations. I understand that. Will I stay sober? Yes, but there's a reason you'll stay sober. I don't know. There's a strong male energy coming through for you. It's a very strong male energy. When you feel the urge to drink, when you feel the urge to drink, pause and remember these words. The urge is something within you that wants to emerge and not remain trapped. What do you mean by that? Okay, what they're saying is that you had a period of time in your life where what you really wanted to do, what you really excited you were forced to suppress it. You weren't allowed to express it without being punished and belittled by your environment or the people around you. And the desire to do that, you found the way of alcohol. Drug addiction is a way of suppressing certain emotions, of not revealing them. So when you get that urge to drink, it's not about wanting alcohol. It's about something in you, an urge, something in you that wants to emerge as a creative expression. It's always that way. I had that with nicotine when I smoked cigarettes years ago. I had an epiphany, the same one that they're giving to you right now. You're always being guided. A lot of people don't realize you're always being guided. If you really learn to listen, you can look back and see how often you've been guided. And I was having a cigarette one day, and again, I'm going back like 20, 25 years or so. And I was about to have a cigarette, and I had this thought come to my mind. Where's the urge for the cigarette coming from? What is this urge? And the minute I questioned the urge, I realized, or at least I heard, that the urge was something wanting to emerge. And I thought, then I asked the next question, what inside me wants to emerge? And I heard these words, write. I started writing prolifically then. And I stopped smoking, right? The urge for something isn't about something that you're trying to get. It's something that's trying to come out, but your environment wasn't favorable to that natural expression when you first had it. So you're forced to find some way to suppress it. And addictions are ways of suppressing a natural, healthy expression that was attacked or punished in some way when you were younger. So yes, you will if you hear that and follow that very carefully. Okay. You're very welcome, brother. Did God remove the bladder infection over the weekend? I'm told if you want to view the way you've changed what you're eating as a way of the God divine that what you should do would heal you, then yes. Ultimately, all healing is not done by man, but by God. All healing is done by God, not by man. Understand, though, that you may participate in the function of healing by what you think and say and do. The statement, as you believe in your heart, so it is. And so the things you've been doing are certainly, and doing more of them will be continually beneficial. Doing those things that you know are right for you will make things a lot more exciting. Yes. Hi. Mary Scott's asking, I have a message from my son in spirit. He's saying to tell you these words, the Holy Mother. I love the Holy Mother. Yes. So you were his Holy Mother in this world. A lot of people don't realize that the women are designed to be the embodiment of the Mother Mary. We're designed to be an embodiment of that as women. You're designed to that. So having a child is a sacred, divine act. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people have been convinced to believe that there's something wrong or inconvenient about having children. It's a sacred and divine act, and it is the epitome of the Divine Mother Mary to be able to give birth to children. It's a sacred act. Yes, you were his Divine Mother. Know that you are. Yes, he wants me to rephrase that into you are his Divine Mother of this world. You are his Divine Mother of this world. Remember that. It's a beautiful feeling. He's sending these golden light to you, like coming down, like shining out right into your face. This golden light coming into your face right now, to receive that from him right now, if you're open and receptive to it. Question from Wilderness. My intuition tells me I should be a coach. I have 3 groups I can approach. Which is the best? All of them. Leave no stone unturned. Do not go this or this or this. This and this and this. I loved it when they gave that to me, and I hope you're enjoying it, that they're giving it to you right now. We've been so conditioned by our environment. You have to choose this or this. No, choose this and this and this. Approach all 3. Don't split your energy up like that. All right. What choice did I make that is causing my foot neuropathy? Can you elaborate? Thanks. Hi, Coastal. How are you doing today? Yeah. Directional changes. The pain in the discomfort in the foot. If you listen to the pain in the foot, the discomfort, it will tell you the direction you need to go in. That will correct it. You've taken a step in the wrong direction and you've kept going down that path. You need to take a step in the right direction, and all will be right again. Wow, I like that. That's really cool. Hi. Someone's wanting can I get a message about my job situation? I don't know why I'm hearing a lot of loud banging, like heavy machines banging, like I'm hearing a lot of machines banging. Yeah, wherever this is, wherever you're going to work, make sure you wear hearing protection. That's what I'm being told to tell you. There's going to be a lot of noise. at the job you're applying for. There's gonna be a lot of noise. Be ready for hearing protection. Within the next 3 months, you'll have that experience. Have no concern. But take the action. Keep going out there. Hey there. Well, Leslie, you should be relaxing every day anyway. Hi. Hi, how you doing? My mom, Carol, is in hospital, pneumonia. Can you send Carol healing energy? Absolutely. If you just give me 30 seconds here to do that. When you go see her next time, when you're with her next time, put your hands over her chest and bless her lungs. Be grateful for her lungs and tell her to be grateful for her lungs healing, to be grateful for their breathing. Tell her these words: be grateful for your breath of life. Tell her to fill her mind with this thought: be grateful for this breath of life. I am grateful for this breath of life. Have her speak and think those words in all sincerity. I am grateful for this breath of life. And you also may be grateful for her breath of life and your own as well. Be grateful for this breath of life. You know, we only get 2 breaths, right? You're born with 1 breath and you leave with 1 breath. You really only take 2 breaths, the breath coming in and the breath going out. It's really fascinating. Good morning. Should I bring a crystal? You may if you choose to. Absolutely. It never hurts. Depends on the crystal too. Lemurian crystal is really good. Double terminated Lemurian crystals can be really, really good. Hi. If you're enjoying the content here, remember to like, subscribe, share, and most importantly, share it with other people. You know, follow this channel, get this information out to other people. We're in a time of ascension. It's a wonderful time, opportune time for you to reconnect to your divine, to the God within you, to love within you. Right. Hello, Melody. Good to have you come by for a visit today. William, can I receive a message regarding creating healthy boundaries with my children's father as self-love and cycle ending? Yeah. Remember, love thine enemies is a very powerful statement that Yeshua repeats all the time. See him in his highest light. I know it might sound strange because he seems to be a problem sometimes, but see him in his highest light. Talk to his higher self, like literally think. Request that he be blessed and guided. Request that he be blessed and guided in his words and actions. Request that consciously and deliberately, that he be blessed and guided. You'd be surprised what can happen when you send a blessing to somebody. Even your enemies can be overthrown by a blessing, a simple thing like a blessing. Hi, Casey. Good morning. Thanks for that super chat, Casey. Really appreciate that. Why does my son not want to go into school today? He's got some things going on with some of the other kids that he's not talking about. And there's some things that are making him uncomfortable. That doesn't mean that he shouldn't go. It just means he needs to understand a better way to prepare himself for those that are giving him a bit of a difficulty at this time. But it's a yes. Tell him not to be afraid to tell you the truth. But also make certain that you don't react in anger, because if you act in anger, that will exacerbate things. But ask him to be truthful so that you can come up with a solution together. But bring him into it. Let's find a solution. And it may be that he just wants to hang with you today. But I get that there's something going on in school. It's something going on in school. that he's not talking about because he's afraid to. Hi there. My friend's business suppliers are in China and Indonesia. Should she consider adding domestic suppliers now? Absolutely. 100%. Thank you, William. I'll be more diligent. I'm very grateful and excited to do so. Yeah, it makes a difference. When you think about somebody, you affect their field. Thoughts, unlike a sound wave, like when you speak a word, a sound wave goes out literally like a wave, a directional wave. But a thought wave goes out in concentric spheres. It's more omnipresent, a thought wave, than a sound wave. So when you think about a person, that person's energy field can pick that up from you. Be very mindful of what you think about other people. Even your enemies, you should have some compassion and forgiveness for your enemies so that you don't get caught up in the negative loop of low vibrational energy. Thank you. Casey, thank you for that super chat. Casey, any advice about loneliness for me? Thank you. You need to, I'm being told to tell you this. I don't often say it. Listen, 7 years ago, I would never be saying, you'd never hear me say these words. Anybody who knew me before 7 years ago would never hear me say those words. They would never say it was like this, but I'm being told to tell. Invite Jesus into your heart. Invite God into your heart. Invite the Holy Mother Mary into your heart. And then watch what starts to happen in your life, Casey. I've never said that to anybody before. That's the first time I've ever heard those words come through me to somebody. But I'm being told to tell you those words. So I hope you enjoy that. Drusilla, thank you so much for that super chat. Really, really appreciate that. That's that kissy face. Thank you so much. Hi. Any advice regarding my allergies? Oh, I love this one. It's a funny story about allergies I had. You one day you're going to all realize that how often you've been guided in your life. You have guides with you. You have angels with you. You give you ideas and suggestions, and you wonder where that idea come from. I hope you learn to align to your guides and angels. Learn to connect to them energetically. But with regards to your allergies, whatever it is you're allergic to, go into a state of love towards it. So if you're allergic to, so the story again, going back years, again, to a time where I was given ideas to give to people that completely and totally affected their life. And I was on a golf course shooting a film with somebody. And the person beside me, her face was all red and her nose was running. And I said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "This grass, I hate the grass. I've got an allergy. I've got a grass allergy. I have to work on a golf course today." And I turned to her and I said, "Close your eyes." Don't know where it came from. I know now where it came from, but then I didn't know where it was coming from. But I told her to close her eyes and I said, "Feel love towards the grass. Take a deep breath and feel love towards the grass." And so she does. She just goes in this feeling and her face lights up. The smile comes, the redness leaves her face. Her nose stops running. Her eyes stop running. And she opens her eyes and she goes, "I don't feel it." So whatever you're allergic to, go into a state of love and gratitude for it. Because when people are irritated with things, irritation causes your body to behave differently. If you don't like something, it affects you. If you're angry, it affects you. You think you're angry at a person, you're going to do something being angry at other people. Well, you're affected by your anger first. Your thoughts, your emotions affect you first. So go into a state of love, go into a state of grace towards whatever it is that you're allergic to, and then experiment. If you're allergic to dogs or cats, go into a state of feel a great love, even in your body. When your body's reacting, feel a great love for the way the body's reacting. Love is a vibrational energy that organizes time, space, and matter very differently than the energy of fear. Love organizes the atoms of your body, the molecules of your mind. The functions of your action are organized by love very differently than they are by fear. And you can never get too much love. Polly, is my daughter going to have, thank you for that super chat. Is my daughter going to have twins? will she be right? The answer is I'm getting no to the twins, but yes to the conception. I'm getting no to the twins, but yes to conception. And I'm also being told that could be open to change depending upon her excitement around it, her ability to receive that, to be open to receive that blessing. It's funny how so many people are needing to get pregnant through assisted pregnancy now. You know why that is, right? The foods and the stuff that people have been eating for the last 60 years have degraded our biology. Many of the substances they get you to put into your body degrade your body's capacity to normally function. And their lives have become so horrendous now that, the proverbial poop is hitting the fan. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Hi. Our transformation after enlightenment is so profound. I transformed into love. It's good. Yes, it is. It really, really is. Love is your true nature. It's the nature of the source of your life, love. I surround myself often in a seamless mirrored cocoon, protecting me from negative energy and entities. You know, the statement, only love can enter this space, meaning the space of your mind and body, and only love can leave this space. You'd be surprised at that mantra when that was first given to me, how that will change your life. If you consider only love enters this space, only love leaves this space. You set up an energetic state of being that will transmit a different frequency of energy to the environment. You'll change what happens around you. Thank you, Drusilla. I appreciate that. Hi. Any advice on my aura migraines? Drink more water. Drink more water and ground a little more. There's a huge electromagnetic intrusion happening on this planet right now. And you need to give the body the resources to assimilate it properly. Hydration, grounding, mud baths, salt water baths, different things that you can do to balance the additional current that's coming in that's causing a lot of the changes that are going on this planet. It's amplifying the good and it's amplifying the evil. What you hold in your heart will be amplified. But for you specifically, yes, water and grounding, very powerful for you. And for everybody right now, there's going to be a lot of energy coming into this planet. Tremendous amount. Hi. Hi, I love that statement. Oh, you're very welcome. Question, will I find my true love partner soon? I've been single for a while. Letting go of despair is so important. Let go of your despair and be in a state of rejoice. Be open and receptive to that, what you want. If you knew that this love that you were seeking was on its way to you, you knew that it was in the delivery system, you would not be sad at all. You'd be open and waiting and receptive. Be open and receptive. It is done. Feel it. How would you feel now if it was with you now? You'd feel great joy. It's the emotion that precipitates the events in our life. I'm so grateful that you all came by. Again, my YouTube subscribers, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the new subscribers that brought us up to 3,000 this week. I'm really happy about that. It's the first time I got 3,000 on YouTube. I'm looking forward to 4,000 now. But I'll celebrate each and every one of you for your support and your contribution. TikTok, Facebook, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Remember, like, subscribe, and share. You can also go over to my YouTube channel if you're on TikTok or Facebook, and there's over 1,500 different channelings that have been done over the last 6 years that you can observe in the video section and also in the live section. And I will see all of you guys on the Wednesday edition of Shortcut for Your Soul. And I think on Wednesday, if you're prepared, I want to bring some people on live from TikTok if you're open and receptive to doing that, and maybe even YouTube as well. I could post a link that you can do that with. And I think we're going to do that this Wednesday. I want to wish you all much, much love. Have a wonderful and a joyful day. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye for now.